Bienvenue à tous dans Décryptage sur Africa 24. Nous recevons M. Romeo BUGYEI, Directeur Général de IT Consortium, qui est l'un des principaux fournisseurs de solutions technologiques pour les services financiers en Afrique. Basée au Ghana, l'entreprise, qui a vu le jour il y a de cela 22 ans, est un pionnier dans la fourniture de systèmes innovants apportant une valeur évidente aux utilisateurs. M. Romeo BUGYEI, soyez le bienvenu sur Africa 24. Tout d'abord, présentez-nous votre société et ce en quoi vous opérez.
So IT Consortium is a financial technology company, and we focus on breadth of product, and we have a platform called Transflow that allows us to be able to build vertical solutions in the financial inclusion space for various things, starting from pensions to investment to loans and so on and so forth. And we have some few enterprise system that allows us to be able to do end-to-end. And one of our product, which is OSIS, which is an administration system for tertiary institutions.
L'entreprise existe depuis 22 ans et votre histoire inspire beaucoup sur le continent au point de venir apprendre auprès de vous. Et si vous nous racontiez un peu votre histoire, surtout vos débuts?
IT Consortium was really started originally by our CTO, Ebuana Maminsa, who was a friend, and playing with systems and trying to solve problems. So we had a discussion on some of the things that he was doing, and that had to do with trying to solve a problem within the universities. And the whole idea was to digitize the university students' interaction with administration, so from recruitment to graduation. And so we came up with a solution that allows us to be able to digitize all the operations. And when that one was done, there was a specific aspect which was lacking, and that had to do with payment. Then in 2001, people will go to the bank and make payment and collect a slip and go to the university to show that they have paid. And obviously students are smarter than everyone, so they will just go and fake a slip and take it to the university and claim that he have paid. We have a very typical story where a student goes, pays, he says he has paid, he goes to the university and said he has paid double. Sister paid and he has also paid. Eventually, nothing like that had happened. And they got to know this months after this thing. They were lucky to have stopped him, but you can imagine the number of people who had gone through that. So seeing that problem, we came up with a solution that allows people to be able to pay at the bank and electronically transfer the data to the school so that the school is aware that a payment has been done. And that is why we came up with a platform called Transflow, which is a 3-tier system. And we consider it as the starting point of cloud system. And that Ghana that time had bad power issue, no data. Data connectivity was very poor. So our system was in a 3-tier way whereby we connect to the banking application and then a central system, then the universities, and we're able to move data across. This platform allowed us to be able to then continue to innovate on the various ways of payment. And so even though this thing started in 2001, by 2007, we started the payment aspect to solve school fees payment issue. Now reconciliation was faster, settlement was instant, verification was instant, security was there was trust. And so a lot of the investors then would want to use this. But then we quickly realized that this can actually be used for many other things. And then so mobile money came in 2010, where we were called because of what we're doing to see how we can change the ecosystem to allow for payment. And so 2010, we started. In fact, we did the first transaction on mobile money when it comes to payment in Ghana. And so for what we have done over the years, allowed us to be able to innovate, to bring other things on to help with financial inclusion. Because you see that those who will not go to the bank to open bank account were opening mobile wallet on their phone. But apart from using it to send money to one another, there was really nothing. And so we came up with solutions that allows us to be able to get them engaged on the mobile money platform. And that has actually governed the use of mobile money within the financial ecosystem without stressing people to go to the bank. Even though people still use the bank, now we have a chunk of people in the ecosystem. And then so this allowed us to be able to scale into the financial products that hitherto they did not have access to. So we talked about our pension system, which then enable people to be able to do pension, informal pension, now. So in Ghana, people can actually use their mobile phone to plan their pension.
Avec du recul sur tout le travail abattu depuis 22 ans, qu'est-ce que vous considérez comme votre plus grande réussite ou innovation sur le marché des systèmes de paiement au Ghana?
I think my own pension, the informal pension system. I have two, my own pension and then the Chango, which I'll talk about later. But my own pension, I'm excited about it because it gives pension to many people who hitherto will not be able to get pension. And because originally to have a pension, you have to be in a formal space, the deduction is done by your company and so on and so forth. But you look at Africa and look at the informal sector of Africa, that is huge. And so you take that and you are saying that all these people should be excluded from the financial ecosystem. But with this technology, we are bringing in a chunk of our compatriots who now will be able to have pension. And we will all grow. We all grow old. You want a situation whereby when you cannot work, you have a way by which you can have a regular income. And that is what this product is all about. So our desire is that this product will be everywhere in Africa to take care of many people who cannot have pension. And so that is what I'm really, really passionate about. And I mean, everywhere I go, I talk about my own pension because I believe that it solves a real problem. And that is why I'm excited about it. Yeah.
Vous opérez dans un certain nombre de pays africains. Comment trouvez-vous l'écosystème d'inclusion financière sur le continent et jusqu'où êtes-vous prêt à aller en termes d'extension?
I'll start from the last. I want to go to all the 54 African countries. We connect and we are hoping that that will open things up for us and be able to have our solutions everywhere. So you realize that if you have central system and we can actually interconnect these countries also with their central system, then what is going to happen is that we will be able to bring Africa together technologically and move money without all the regulation that goes with it, because then these things have been taken care of by the platform. So that is, I mean, some of the countries is very difficult because there is no infrastructure. So you are starting all over again, like we started in Ghana. And as a company, because we started without a central switch, our transfer platform is actually a switch that when we go to a country and there is a way by which we can connect the banks and the mobile money wallet, we'll be able to create the same thing for the same country or for the countries before they maybe establish their own, but they can also use our platform.
Monsieur Romeo BUGYEI, Directeur Général de IT Consortium, merci d'avoir été l'invité d'Africa 24. Merci à toutes et à tous d'avoir suivi cette édition de Décryptage. L'information continue sur Africa 24 et africa24tv.com.